motherfuckers talking about, Terence Crawford. I ain't getting knocked out like everybody else. What are you talking about?
Segue me into Terence Crawford.
I don't want to see Crawford versus Charlo.
Guess what?
Too skilled.
Guess what? He didn't get stopped last night, but he showed us who you are. You're not going to step up.
Yeah.
That Lions only that you're talking, you're not going to do that unless something lands and you see it.
Yeah.
You have no ability to just let me dog it out and find something. Let me dog it out and do something.
Yeah.
Go out on my shield.
That's what I want.
So guess what? Now I'm Mr. Irrelevant.
What's going on, everybody? This is MDENT313, and I'm back at y'all with another one. Listen, I know Jermell Charlo has recently called out Terence Crawford again, and he's interested in getting back in the mix at 154, even though I personally believe after moving up to 168, Jermell Charlo should fight at 160. You know, it's only so long you can make the same weight. I was shocked that Bernard Hopkins was able to make 160 as long as he did before he finally moved up to 175. But anyway, the funny thing with Jermell Charlo is his situation with Terence Crawford is eerily similar to Keith Thurman's situation with Errol Spence, right? Meaning that when Jermell Charlo was undisputed at 154, Terence Crawford had always stated that if he were to get past Errol Spence, that he wanted to become a 3-division undisputed champion and further solidify and cement his legacy and his place in boxing history, right? So he said that he wanted to fight Jermell Charlo immediately after the Errol Spence situation, right? And Terence Crawford, you know, during the fight, as he was beating up one of my favorite fighters in Errol Spence, he was talking crazy to Jermell Charlo while Jermell Charlo was in the crowd. And I thought that was an awesome build-up to the Terence Crawford versus Jermell Charlo fight. You know, assuming that because I thought that Errol Spence was supposed to have a rematch with Terence Crawford, and then after the rematch, you know, Terence Crawford were to move up to fight Jermell Charlo. And I thought that would be a big fight, a blockbuster fight, a mega fight. You know, we was all excited about it as fans, but what ultimately happened was the Canelo Alvarez threw his name in the sweepstakes, and I can't fault Jermell Charlo for taking the Canelo fight because, listen, Canelo is the money man. He's the face of boxing. You're going to make the most money of your career fighting Canelo Alvarez. So most people who are able to get a Canelo Alvarez fight, you're not in a position to turn it down. And I'm not mad at Jermell Charlo for turning down the Terence Crawford fight to try to get the Canelo fight, which he did get the Canelo fight, right? But at the same time, you can't be mad at Terence Crawford and expect for Terence Crawford to look away from the Canelo fight to fight you, even though you didn't do the same thing for him. You didn't give him the same look and the same, you know, the same opportunity that you want Terence Crawford to give to you. You did what any fighter would have done, was take the Canelo Alvarez fight. No shade here, because I would have done the same thing. I'm not, you know, pretending like I wouldn't, because I would have definitely taken that Canelo fight, whether I feel like I could beat him or not. But you want Terence Crawford to not fight Canelo Alvarez and fight you when you didn't do that for him. Like, you got to wait your turn and hope that after Terence Crawford beats Canelo Alvarez, he gives you the same opportunity, you know, or he gives you an opportunity, you know, the same opportunity that you didn't grant him. You actually, you made his dream harder of becoming a 3-division undisputed champion by taking the Canelo Alvarez fight. Now, I will say this. I don't agree that the other sanctioning belt bodies should have stripped Jermell Charlo for losing. And I remember when they did the same thing to Guillermo Rigondeaux, where Guillermo Rigondeaux moved up to fight Vasyl Lomachenko, but he still wanted to, you know, whether he won or lost, he still wanted to go back down and still reign as the champion in his division. But he went up there to fight Vasyl Lomachenko, and then he was stripped at his lower 122 weight class, which was completely unfair. And I think it was unfair for Jermell Charlo to be stripped because he was undisputed at 154, and you know, he was the reigning undisputed champion. So it's not like, you know, he just had one title. He had all the belts, and he should have been allowed to come back down and defend his title as undisputed champion at least one time before y'all start taking belts. But to immediately strip him after, you know, he lost to Canelo Alvarez after he jumped up 2 weight classes, you know, that was completely unfair. But at the same time, in Crawford's defense, Crawford like, hey man, you should have fought me and gave me that opportunity. So, but anyway, man, I like what Sean Porter had to say, and when he said, listen, I don't believe that Jermell Charlo have the dog in him, because he showed us in the Canelo Alvarez fight, when things not going his way, he don't have the heart and the dog to go in there and rough and tough it out until he figure it out. He just pretty much submitted to Canelo Alvarez, and Terence Crawford said the exact same thing. So listen, and Terence Crawford didn't want to fight Jermell Charlo because Jermell Charlo didn't give him that opportunity. Listen, I'm not mad at Terence Crawford. Now, as a boxing fan, I would love to see that fight. I would support that fight. I would pay for that fight without a doubt. But at the same time, I'm not going to be mad at Terence Crawford if he decides not to fight Jermell Charlo, because Jermell Charlo, you know, he acted funny towards Terence Crawford. So that's just my opinion on the situation. I completely agree with Sean Porter. You let me know what you think in the comment section. Do you think Terence Crawford should fight Jermell Charlo? Would you be interested in that fight? Would you support the fight? Put it in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, and subscribe. I'm out. See you guys later. Peace.